Hey now, how y'all doing? What's going on? Y'all ready? Get your phones ready, ho. So, good afternoon, good evening. It's evening, technically. Good evening. What a week I have had. I have had an incredible week. I need to turn the ceiling fan on. I'm already sweating. But anyways, it's been an incredible week. As you guys know, June 5th, June 5, which was Sunday, was my birthday. And I'm not even going to try to explain how amazing my birthday was, because I don't want to do it a disservice. Oh, let me turn this Instagram people on. Let me tell your Instagram cousins that we on, even though they ought to already know. But I'm gonna tell the Instagram cousins that we on. But come on in. So, anyways, oh, thank you so much, all of you guys that are on here. So yeah, so Sunday was my birthday, and every year Danny does something. She always does something. Last year we were in Dallas. Remember, she did that indoor picnic. It was supposed to be outside, but then it rained or whatever, so she had to make it indoor. And the year before that, she's just, one year she did the horse and carriage, and then she did the gazebo outside on the beach, and had the violinist come, and then in Dallas she had the saxophone player come. And every year she does something absolutely amazing. Oh, we got a call already. Hold on. Okay, 7225, you're on the line, but don't say nothing, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So every year she just does something absolutely fantastic. So my brother / best friend, I just can't even really explain it. So anyway, she just surprised me with a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, it was all videotaped and camera and all of that. So I'm not going to say a lot about it. I'm just going to let you guys see the video. I don't yet have the video, but I will have it very soon. And I'll just put it to you this way. I just cried all week. I cried for 4 days straight. Even when we got back, we went out of the country, went to the Dominican Republic. And I didn't know we were going to the Dominican Republic. She was just like, pack your stuff. I didn't know until we were on our way to the airport, basically, that's where I was going. And I just was surprised by, just all the things that she did for me and gave to me, and so forth and so on. So anyways, so you guys will find out about my birthday when I get the video, because then I can explain it to you. You know what I mean? I can explain it to you and all that good stuff. But anyways, okay, 7225, you're on the line. What's going on now?
Hello, happy birthday. Thank you for doing what you do and continuing to do it.
Yes,
I want to hear your thoughts on this latest interview that number 46 did.
Well, that's so interesting.
Let's get right to it. I miss you with the putty. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, but let's get to it.
What you said, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to it. So, of course, while I was on vacation, I wasn't really paying attention, but it's so funny that you said that, because I actually have ABL, who did his own kind of take on the video. So let's watch this real quick. We'll watch what he said, because I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. So let's watch it, and then we can talk about it, because I know of course, I know for a fact that Biden made a complete ass of himself because that's what he
So
does.
instead of asking the question, anyway, it just
I
everything
haven't
gets
completely watched it. I
gets
just
sensationalized.
tuned in. I said,
in
I'm
ways
gonna
that-
watch it for
Wait,
but I'm
myself.
convinced we can get.
And
Wait,
one,
I'm
2
playing.
minutes in.
Wait, I'm playing the video. I'm playing it. Hold on.
Okay.
So instead of asking the question, anyway, it just everything gets sensationalized in ways that. But I'm convinced we can get through this. We have to get through it. And one of the things, look,
I'm going to take a break and then we'll talk a little bit more.
I
If you
don't
don't mind.
blame you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me fast forward a little bit. Let me fast forward so I can get back to the interview.
I think the entire interview was like 28 minutes or so.
Wait a minute.
Travis, who posted this clip, says, "Here's Joe Biden wearing a mask by himself backstage."
So he's wearing a mask backstage. So he's on with that nighttime guy.
And
So
then
let's
he
see.
shakes hands
Yeah.
and he's getting super close,
Okay, I don't want to hear all that crap. I want to hear.
just fishing,
I just want to hear Biden talk.
fish out of the water.
Just
but
Go
what,
ahead. What you want to say? Go ahead. Because I want to fast forward to this interview. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, 2 minutes into it, he walks on stage, fake takes off his mask, whatever. We're not going there. Now, he salutes to Jimmy. Jimmy don't salute back. I'm a daughter of a vet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sign of disrespect.
That Jimmy didn't salute
And
back,
when
Jimmy
you salute
Kimball.
to him, yep, exactly. And
But Jimmy's not
Why you
a
saluting to
military
him?
person. Right.
but why you even saluting to him?
Yeah, I don't get that.
You are our commander in chief.
Right.
I'm like,
Well, let's see.
this is
Come
all
on. Let's
this
keep going.
backwards thing.
Let's keep going. Let me see.
what we haven't done is we haven't been able to communicate it in a way that is. Let me say another way.
Well, see, that's kind of perfect. Yeah.
Well,
I've been able to communicate it.
But
Yeah, communication is definitely a problem, obviously, for Joe Biden right now
Let me see if I can. I need to find the actual video of him just
with the
talking
shade room. And
without ABL, so I can just hear the whole video. Hold on.
even with notable exceptions, even the really good
Again,
reporters,
I only went
they have to
3
get
minutes in,
number
and I
clicks
come
on,
Okay,
back.
wait a minute.
on
And
nightly
then
news.
Your life started.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, because I'm playing the video.
I feel more excited.
Okay, hold on.
To have a even with notable exceptions, even the really good reporters, they have to get number of clicks on nightly news.
Mhm.
So instead of asking a question, anyway, it's just everything.
See, people talking.
It's a lot. It just sounds like a lot of rambling. Like, what is he talking about? So tell me what he's talking about, so I can while I look for this video, because I'm lost.
Again, I only went 3 minutes in.
So instead of
and your
asking a
life
question,
started. But even 3 minutes in, I feel like I have an uncle of mine that has Parkinson's. And it's just so disgraceful what's going on. And I want to let you have, you need to pick up all the callers I get. I just need to get that part off my chest.
Well,
This is such a mockery.
well, it's
To
been
have
a
this
mockery.
man there,
It's been a mockery. It's been a mockery. This ain't no new mockery. It's been a mockery. And so
it's just
I've
extra.
even gotten to the
Just
point.
extra.
I've gotten to the point now where I'm not even mad at Biden anymore. I'm mad at the people. I'm mad at the people that allow him to stand up there and make a fool of himself, a fool of his family, a fool of his name, a fool of his wife. His wife is allowing him to make a fool of himself. It is elder abuse, and he's a total puppet for somebody, whether it's Obama, I don't know who it is, but this is bad. I mean, this is really, really bad. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna try to find the actual videos. I can watch it real quick. But
And to bring up the whole elder abuse, like my dad got diagnosed with diabetes, and we went to the emergency room because he had one of those keto. When we first found out, it was one of those keto kind of, like his sugar was really, really high. I wasn't even allowed in the room because they had to ask if he was being abused by me.
Wow.
Because elder abuse is serious. As a psychologist, that you know the background, therapist,
Right,
all
of
of that.
course.
Which, by the way, I do want to navigate your website, and I do want to have a session with you, but we'll talk about that some other time. But elder abuse, my father's 75. I didn't think, I'm like, I'm his daughter. How could I be hurting him?
Well,
But they pulled me
you
out.
can see, but you can see
But to
somebody
ask them
hurts
questions.
elders. You can see that somebody hurts elders because this is bananas. This is BANANAS right here. I mean, this is elder abuse in my personal opinion, because they're letting somebody who is clearly not cognitively available, aware, or able, to handle this job. And to just continue to have him up there. And again, I feel like he's just up there to completely ruin the country so they can blame it on him, even though they know that that's what he's doing, because he's not capable of not ruining the country. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like they're just saying, okay, well, we're just going to use him as an excuse to sell us off, put us under some kind of rule or whatever. And they're going to say, oh, well, it was because Biden was old and Biden was senile. But you know Biden is old and senile, so why don't you take him out of that? You see what I'm saying? But we ain't going to be too much better off.
This was some real underhanded mafioso thing that they did to us.
Yeah, but you're not going to be too much better off with that Kamala.
There's a lot of stuff that happened, like in voting and all of that stuff, that we could have we could go on for hours about it.
Of course. And that Kamala Harris, she ain't no good. Kamala Harris ain't no good. And then if you get rid of her, then you're gonna be stuck with Pelosi. So really, what is you gonna do? What is you really gonna do?
We really need to cut off terms on Congress.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do.
That's what I've learned through all of this. That's what we have to. That's a must.
Yeah, that's the first thing we need to do. That's the first thing we need to do.
That needs to be put, because the people
You need term limits. Period. Well, let me get this other call, honey. Thank you so much. I love you so much, and I'm gonna try to see the video. Okay.
Take care.
Okay. Bye. 3887, you're on the line.
Hello?
Hello, how can I help you?
I wanted to talk to Megan.
Yes, you're talking to Megan. This is me.
Is Megan?
Yes.
Hi. I'm in Arizona, and I wanted to tell you something. I wanted to talk about that interview we just talked about with Biden. He said in the interview that I guess he was asked, what do you do about your opponents or whatever? And Biden's like, I'm going to arrest them. And then this morning we wake up and somebody has been arrested connected to the January 6th, the GOP candidate, congressional candidate. He's one of the leading ones, and he's been arrested this morning. So I'm like, they're not even high. And this is like happening throughout. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene had to deal with the thing, and a few other candidates had to deal with some things. And it's like, it's just wild, because they're not like hiding it. They're just putting it out there, or maybe it's just his like little senile things, letting things go that he shouldn't be letting go. But
so they arrested a guy named Ryan Kelly, who's a Michigan GOP governor candidate. For what? They arrested him for what?
Some connection to January 6th. Maybe he was there, or apparently there may be really some evidence that he was there and encouraged some things. But the point is Biden like was just like, yeah, we're just gonna arrest them. We're just gonna arrest them all. Like, I'm like, oh my God. So they're putting it out there. I mean, it's nothing that they're doing against the people and the will of the people is a secret. Obviously, they put it right out there all the time.
So let me see here. Let me see. Hold on. Michigan. Wait a minute. Michigan GOP gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelly arrested on January 6 riot-related charges. FBI agents arrested Republican gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelly on Thursday on misdemeanor charges related to January 6 riot in the U.S., injecting in a new round of turmoil into Michigan's upcoming primary election. Kelly, 40 years old, became one of the highest profile individuals nationally to face charges so far in the federal authorities' ongoing investigation. Federal court records describe Kelly as being an active participant in the riot, climbing onto portions of the Capitol, encouraging, yelling, gesturing to participants, and removing a covering from a temporary structure outside the Capitol. You arresting people for that? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and not just that, but they also tried to charge Marjorie Taylor Greene. They also tried to charge several other GOP congressmen and candidates, because obviously they're scared. They know this red wave is coming. You know, they know that it's going to be.
Right, but that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Because Lori Lightfoot has said on a Twitter, and they have given her chance after chance after chance to recant her statement. Lori Lightfoot has said out of her own mouth and on Twitter, and refuses to take the statement back. She has said that the LGBT community, QIAX, all the different letters, they need to take up arms. Now you gonna sit up here and tell me that you're going to arrest a GOP candidate exactly what it said was, Kelly has been an active participant in a riot, climbing on portions of the Capitol, encouraging, yelling. So that doesn't mean he was yelling himself. That means he was just encouraging people to yell, and gesturing to participants and removing a cover from a temporary structure. He climbed on something, told people to yell, took off a covering of a temporary statue, and you mean to tell me you're gonna let this lesbian whore sit up there and tell people it's time to take up arms, and you don't arrest her for inciting violence?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's wild, right? So listen. So here's the problem is, I think as voters, we need to, and Americans, we need to move, and we need to take action, and we need to demand accountability from people like that. And Chuck Schumer said the same thing. He was shouting about, the Supreme Court justices, and, you're going to find out how bad this is. And these people are appointed for life. So what exactly are you saying when you are saying those kinds of things about the Supreme Court justices? And then, of course, somebody was arrested outside of Kavanaugh's home recently, I think yesterday, the day before yesterday, because he admitted that he was going to try to commit some kind of plot. So,
but see, this is what happens, and I want people to be very clear about this, because this is very important for you to understand. What has happened? What has happened? And by the way, if I look prettier than I've ever looked before, it's because my brother bought me a brand new camera. Okay, so touch your neighbor. So, anyways, for my birthday. So what is actually happening is so much bad has happened while Biden has been in the office. Okay, you've got the gas, the inflation, the interest rates. You've got the baby formula. They done burned down the food factories. They've got children being wayward. You got more mass shootings that have happened under his presidency than anybody combined. You got all kind of violence. It's just a big fat humongous mess. So even the most liberal Democrats are saying we've got to make a change. Even they are saying, even the most blue-haired, gray-haired, orange-haired people who are like, let me do what I want to do, my rights, my body, whatever, even they are saying, I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. And I don't think that the Democratic Party knows what they're doing, because clearly they have the House, they have the Senate, and they have the presidency, and this is what is happening. So because of that, they are playing very, very, very dirty, because they're trying to do any and everything to make sure that the Republicans don't get the House and the Senate. Because as soon as the Republicans get the House and the Senate, they know all these games is over. They know this stuff is over. They know that. So they trying to put people in jail and do all this other kind of weird stuff, have all these mass shootings and psyops and all this other kind of stuff to distract you, but you cannot be distracted. You cannot be distracted, okay? You there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab this other call, honey. Thank you so much, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Listen, George, thank you so much, George. And at Legal 60, thank you so much. Okay, man, we'll let you slide this time since it was your birthday. Glad to have you back. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, thank you so much. I should appreciate it, okay? Okay, 7465, you're on the line.
Hi, it's George. How are you doing?
George is in the building, y'all. George is in the building. We have not talked to George in a couple, 2-3 weeks, and we are upset about it. What is going on?
This is a public service announcement. I'll tell you why you haven't heard from me, because every single thing that's going on is so disturbing, very, very deeply.
Yes.
That, remember we had that super full moon a few weeks back?
Yes.
Remember that big, massive moon?
Yes, I remember.
Unplugged from the media. I unplugged from everything. And I rented a cottage near in a national park not far from me. Because, see, where I live, I have national parks within a 3-hour drive.
Wow.
And this is from East Texas. And here's what I wanted to recommend to our beloved listeners, our beloved supporters, the wise people who are sharp enough to dial into this radio hour.
Yes.
It's necessary for us to unplug and cleanse our energy from every single negative thing that's going on. And what happened is I was supposed to meet up with some classmates, and their plans had changed, and I'd rented this cottage off the Natchez Trace, which is part of the national park system, part of what we pay our taxes for.
Uh-huh.
So I got this cottage, which was way out in the middle of nowhere, where you should be able to see that eclipse, and all that stuff. And I took binoculars. Well, their plans changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out there by myself, which was fine. That turned out to be a blessing.
Uh-huh.
But it rained that night. It was cloudy, and I could not see the eclipse. But what I did do is I was grateful that I could get away, and with the only sound being of thunder and at night and birds in the morning, I needed that. I really, really did need to reconnect, recharge spiritually by detaching from all this negative shit that's going on.
Well, George, you and I were on the same thing, because if anybody has noticed, I haven't done a video. I ain't put a video up in about 2-3 weeks, maybe longer than that. I'm tired of, listen, I'm making a couple of 2-3 announcements at the end of this show anyway, because enough is enough. And I'm the auntie, and I have to start telling y'all what we're going to do, because just letting y'all sit back, sometimes y'all take too long, and you have to understand. So then I have to go in, just like you did, George. You have to go on the inside. You have to go into the internal. You have to do your meditations. You have to breathe. You have to make sure that you are unplugging from the machine. You understand? So that you can come
I do
inward.
Understand, and I love you for speaking that out. God bless you.
Yeah, because we got to detach. Now, I was still doing my Petty Tuesdays and doing the call Thursdays, but we have to detach sometimes so that we can make sure that we have our center. And when we have our center, we can make sure that we are making, clear decisions and being able to see things for what they really are. Because we have gone way past entertainment at this point. We've gone way past entertainment.
I don't even want to get started about the things that happened this last weekend in Dallas. I used to live there, and all I can say about this costume party that we're not supposed to mention, otherwise we're going to get doxxed as bigots. Honey, if you're going to teach kids about this stuff, you need to go ahead and talk to them about meth.
Right, hello. Talk about it.
Hello?
No, you saying it right. No, I'll be saying hello. No, you saying it right. But see, they don't want to talk about, they just want everything to be, you know, fluff, lolly dolly, woody woody, and they're not talking about the cocaine that's on the table and the meth that's in the weed and people shooting up meth in between their toes and all that kind of stuff. They don't want to talk about that. They just want to talk about, oh, we're just out here having fun. Oh my God, we're just having fun. No, this is death, oh. This is death.
What do you
and you including the
going
children
on in the dressing rooms, and what do you think happened to all the money they collected at these drag shows in the 80s for AIDS food pantries? What do you think that money went toward? It wasn't food. It was not food. It was trips to New Orleans.
Say it again for the people in the back. Because, see, this is what I try to tell people. Hold on, George. Everybody on Instagram, you need to come over YouTube because I'm about to hang this thing up. Come over to YouTube. I done already pinned the thing. What I try to tell people, George, is that, these new gay people, this new gay binary, non-binary, 35 different gender and all that stuff. Nobody was, this is some new stuff they're making up that nobody even understands. Nobody gives a damn about. We didn't get down like that. Now, back in the 80s when the AIDS and everything came out and stuff, I was just a child. So I didn't, obviously I wasn't that aware of it, but I was around it because there are a lot of gay people in the church. Then there's, other gay people that were cousins and family and friends of cousins and so forth and so on. So I knew about it. I have never seen this level of disgrace in the gay community. The gay community used to have respect. You got to respect now. You ain't got no respect now.
Honey, what it's doing is it's driving people with integrity and who really did fight the battles, and we really did fight the frontier and open it up so we could get respect. And now look what you're doing to it. I really take exception to that. And there was some kind of video about Alex Stein followed one of those drag queens out in the parking lot. And he said, "Get away from me! Get away from me! Your mother's a whore." And I thought, okay, so that's the best response you have.
No, that's all they have. That's all they have because
that's all you got.
That's all they got. But let me tell you something, George. Let me tell you something. This is what happened. I think it was about maybe 3 weeks ago. I said to everybody, if this wasn't the biggest slap in your face, I don't know what else you're looking for. When Dwayne Wade's son did all that kicking and screaming and fighting and hollering, talking about he's a girl, and gonna force down our throats. Hold on. Instagram, come over to YouTube. I'm trying to tell you now, turn this thing off. He gonna shove it down our throats. I'm a girl. Okay. Then he gonna go take his little penis ass over there and get a girl, a white girl of all people. Go get a girl who wants to be a boy. If every Christian on the planet is not saying what in the hell is going on, if every black person who sat up there and said, well, we have to just let the transgender, we just have to just let people be who they are, every white liberal, everybody on the planet that allowed this thing to go on with Dwayne Wade's son, and I kept telling y'all, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You do not want to support this. I'm not telling you to call the child names. I'm not telling you to call Dwayne Wade names, even though Gabrielle Union is an asshole, in my personal opinion. You are the stepmother, and you are promoting this type of behavior. I will ask again. I've been asking the question over and over again. Where is those boys' biological mother? But whatever. Anyway, you have been slapped in the face and spit in the face because this boy gonna sit there and tell you over and over and over again that he wants to be a girl, and then gonna go get a girlfriend who wants to be a boy. This level of confusion. Oh, I'm out. I said y'all have ruined the gay community.
This is an interdimensional, the weird anomaly. this is not, Megan, I really don't know how much more I can agree with you. But I love you, and I really, I'm so glad that we're getting riled up and that we know that we cannot remain silent anymore. And I'm too old to be worried about if people think I'm a bigot. I really couldn't care less.
No, I don't care. I don't care no more. I'm not here to negotiate. I don't negotiate with terrorists. I'm tired, and I have been telling people the same thing over and over and over again. And now you're getting getting spit in the face all the way from Biden to a little 14-year-old boy who's decided that now he want to date a white girl who wants to be a boy. And the reason why I keep saying white girl is because Gabrielle and Dwayne and all the rest of these BLM loving monkeys gonna sit there and talk about black this, black that, and then this boy gonna go get a white transgender girl. I've had enough. I've had enough. And if at this point we're still having to negotiate, then you're not on the team. You're not on the team. If you can't see this for basically what it is, you ain't on the team.
Thank you. Thank you. Merci, mademoiselle.
Thank you so much, George.
Now,
You know I
listen,
love you.
I need to free you up so you can talk with other callers, but I really want to let us all know that we do need to get out. We do need to decompress. We do need to cleanse.
That's right.
All this is toxic. All this is frustrating, but find a way to get out in nature and find a way to disconnect from all this insanity. Recharge your batteries because you're going to need the strength later on, pal.
That's right. That's right. You saying it right. Thank you, George, so much for my gift, too. I appreciate you. Thank you. Love you.
You love you, too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Oh, that was George. Listen, Ray, Victoria, it's so many people. Victoria's, oh, my God. There's so many gifts coming in. Thank you so much for my birthday gifts. I sure do appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. I can't see the rest of them. Oh, here we go. Nicole Thomas from Wales in the UK. Come on, somebody in the United Kingdom. 6841, you're on the line. Talk.
Hi, Miss Megan. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. How can I help you?
Hi, my name's Wendy. I'm from South Dakota.
Okay.
And I think you're amazing.
Well, thank you.
You're so funny. You're hilarious. My best friend since 5th grade. Y'all have the same birthday.
Oh, well, that's a fantastic person as well, obviously. Well, you said they're your best friend, so you know.
Right. No, everybody needs a Gemini friend because you're also damn funny.
That is correct. That is correct. Okay, that is correct.
You know, even in serious situations, it's you just can't. Y'all just can't help yourself. But sometimes I feel like humor just kind of, I don't know, like kind of brings it all together. I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah. No, I hear you. Geminis are interesting characters. It's really nothing for us to understand, to be honest with you. It's nothing for us to understand. We are not to try to understand children. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
It's
right, no, I mean,
you know,
oh, for sure, 110%. I have 5 children, and I have twin boys, and my son, he one day he loves Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, loves him seriously. Thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread, and he literally like insisted all day one day for me to call him Sonic. And I was not allowed to call him Raven, his name. He goes, I am not Raven, I am Sonic. You know, and then just like, okay, so you just play around with it, right? Because he's just a kid, you know? But it's just like, I feel like there are some parents out there that are like, oh my gosh, my son wants to be a hedgehog.
Well,
I mean,
here's the thing, and I'm sorry, you guys. What happened was I have a new camera, and then I guess it timed out or whatever. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to call my brother and find out why I did that. But when I came back on, it had muted my mic, so I had unmuted. So what we're talking about is what the caller is saying is she doesn't understand why we are trying. She doesn't understand about the transgender kids and stuff like that. And so I was saying there is really no understanding. We don't understand. We're not here to try to understand children as it pertains to what they want in their childlike mind. The children are children, just like we were all children. You know, we wanted a lot of things when we were kids. You know, we wanted to eat bowls of sugar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But when we got older, we realized, well, no, you can't have that. When we were children, we wanted to have, a number of different things that we wanted, that we wanted to have that we could not have. And so to say something like, well, my kid is telling me that they want to be, Michael Jackson, well, you can admire Michael Jackson, so forth and so on, if that's what you want to do, you like him very much. But I'm not going to let you get plastic surgery and cut your nose in half just because you want to be Michael Jackson.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I you know what? I really think this has, when I look in the eyes of some of these mothers, in my personal opinion, I feel that they're doing this to hurt the fathers. That's the way I feel.
Oh,
yeah.
Because you can look.
There was a case, I think it was down in Texas or something. Like, this mom said that their child was trans, and I believe it was a boy, and like it went through the courts, and basically like the dad, like he had to let this woman literally like under the age of 10. Seriously, like I have 5 children, and my son will be like, Mom, I want ice cream for dinner. I'm like, no, child, you're not gonna have ice cream for dinner. I just, it's either they're doing it to be resentful towards somebody or spiteful towards their ex or whoever, or they're doing it for like social media attention. Because seriously, like they just go on, social media and be like, oh, look at me, that transgender kid, and then suddenly they're like, they're viral on them, and it just makes them feel good. Like, I really think that like some of these parents are like mentally ill, and they're like,
well, I think that a lot of them are living vicariously through their children. I think that they want to hurt the fathers or some other family member. I feel like they're in a lot of pain and a lot of misery, and misery loves company. And so, what they're doing is they're just trying to hurt everybody. That's what it looks like to me, because a lot of this is foolishness. It's a lot of foolishness going on.
Oh, hell yeah. And it's just so sad to me because, those poor kids, those poor babies, like children don't ask to be here,
Yeah.
And you're supposed to love them and take care of your babies. And you know what I mean? And it's just not right, like at all, and how, the media and, you know,
Let me grab this
Well,
other call before my
yeah.
camera goes off again. I love you, honey. Let me grab this call. Let me try to grab these calls. I don't know if my camera gonna go out. 7,000, you're on the line.
Hello, Megan. Happy
Hello.
birthday. You
Thank
look
you.
amazing.
Yes, until the camera goes black, but yes, thank you.
I just wanted to say you are right. Of course, you know, and always, and that's why we listen so faithfully. And I appreciate
Yeah,
George
that's
calling
nothing new.
in and reaffirming what we're all sort of thinking right now, that a lot of the new generation, I'm from the 80s, a lot of the new generation doesn't understand and will never understand the plight of, in this example, the gay community and what Pride actually stood for, right? And they're never going to know real poverty. I mean, come on, my kids are more wealthy than I ever was as a child. They're never going to know certain demographics and certain struggles. And when you cannot relate to hardships or struggles, you become idiot sounding and not based in reality. And then when I think society encourages that, then you are somehow pushed to become more and more ridiculous because you think that that's the narrative that works.
Well,
And I think,
go
it's
ahead.
my opinion, I'm from the 80s. My sister is a decade my junior. So she's from the 90s. And I saw this switch between our mother, in our rearing, where my mom would, quote unquote, mop the floor with me, right?
Mhm.
And my sister got a participation trophy.
Right.
And they were the generation of, we don't say no.
Mhm.
And we reinforce positive behavior, you know, we don't reinforce negative behavior. And I think that I think parents just, so now we have these 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds who are the loudest,
Right.
who are the largest demographic on social media. And they are painting a picture that this is the way things should be, and this is the way we are going. I mean, and I follow Christian Walker.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And-
yeah. I know that guy.
Yes, and he's out here in LA like I am, and he's one of the very few youth that are chanting like logic and normalcy.
Well, yeah. And see,
what do you think?
So I know that with every generation there comes different change and so forth and so on. But I don't necessarily think that people have to suffer in order to be quote unquote good people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't feel that just because these kids don't have to quote unquote struggle like we had to struggle, that's their problem. I think that the problem is that the parents are not being as strict because they didn't like the strictness of their parents and so forth and so on. Do you see what I'm saying? And so we feel that we can do it a better way. You know, maybe we're not so much punishment, or not so much, well, let them have their phones because everybody has their phones. We'll let them go to the parties because everybody goes to the parties. But back in our day, if your mama said you weren't going to the party, you ain't going. So,
Right.
So the negotiation with children is what has caused the problem. And then we let the children gang up on us. You know, the children gang up and they're like, well, everybody's doing it. And then you got stupid parents talking about, well, I let my kid go and I let my kid go. You know, it's like, okay, so do all the parents want to be at the same funeral? Because all the kids is dead? Because all y'all let your kids do whatever they want to do? It's what has happened is we are letting the children be in charge. And you have to take that back. You have to take it back.
I think you're right. I think you're right about that and taking that authority back. But I think you touched on a very big point when you said that parents are trying to do it better than their parents, right? They're not as strict. And I remember you sharing with us your acrylic nail story, right?
Yes, yes.
And how your mom said no and you did your thing and she let you know that she was the authority.
Correct.
And
go take them nails off.
And yes, as painful as that was. And I also, you were away on your beautiful birthday week, and your YouTube algorithm kind of shows up older videos, and I was able to catch your speech in church. I believe it was eulogizing your mother, and really grabbed me was that you said that, you know, I'm able to see that you don't understand me, and you know, I am your helper, right? And I think that we should, those of us that know better, those of us that know that certain parenting ways are a mistake,
Right.
we should know, we should be able to reach out and say, you know, let me help you. This worked for me. This is what I found, because it can make a difference. You know, I don't think that any parent is comfortable when they feel the kids ganging up on them or taking away their adult power. That there's something chemical in our minds and in our bodies that shifts when we know intrinsically that these little people that we gave life to are rising up against us. Something clicks. And,
yeah, well,
and we
go ahead.
And we're not responding to that, whether it's intuition or whatever. We're not responding to that. And in the pursuit of doing it better than our parents, we are throwing out the window, I think, a lot of the reasons why our parents did what they did. And that has to do with our own traumas and our own shadow work.
And I think that what it is I think that the I don't want to say mistakes, but what I think could have been done better is with the generation before us and the generation before that. So our grandparents and our parents, what I think could have been done better was a little bit more of an explanation and or some kind of communication as to why you're saying no or why you're saying yes. Because
absolutely.
Because then when you're raising your kids now, you're not trying to be their friend as much as you're saying the reason why I know this works is because of blah 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that we're trying to recreate the wheel, and we all know that recreating the wheel is recreating the wheel is a waste of time and energy, and it's stupid. And it cannot be done. So let me get this other call, honey. Thank you so much for calling. You know, my camera keeps going out. I got to jump quick. Okay. Thank you, honey. I'm sorry. 5758, you're on the line. I don't know why this camera, I got to call my brother and find out why the camera keeps turning on. Anyways, hello, you're on the line.
Hello, Megan. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to get over my starstruckness. But
what you talking about? Hi, honey. What's going on?
Oh my God. Happy birthday, first off.
Thank you.
I just want to say, and I hope I don't start crying, but you have been the biggest the Democratic Party last year.
Yes.
And I have listened to you, and I think I just had a really bad breakup. Me and my boyfriend for 13 years broke up. I don't know why I stayed for 13 years, shouldn't have stayed. But anyway, he would wake up in the morning to hearing your voice.
Oh, because you were playing my video. Don't be trying to blame me for the breakup, or don't be trying to blame me for the breakup. Are you trying to blame me for the breakup? I won't allow that, boo.
I'm not.
No, I'm just joking. I don't mean
a lot deeper than that.
Yes,
I just want to say, I'm so happy to be able to speak to you, because I just want to say that you have been such an inspiration, and you have made me a lot stronger in my walk.
Good.
As far as being able to express how I feel about things that are going on in the world and how
Yes.
much they bother me. I was a strong leftist for a long time until I stood back and started actually listening to and paying attention to what was going on.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't stand for it. I couldn't stand for it anymore.
Well,
And
I
was
tell
standing there,
you,
people,
I tell you, like I tell
What?
most people, you think you're a leftist, but you're really a conservative. You just didn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just, it was the same thing for me. It was the same thing for me. I swore up and down I was a Democrat. I mean, I was just like, of course, I'm a Democrat. I'm not a Republican, duh. And then I was like, wait a minute. Ho, I'm definitely a Republican. If anything, I'm definitely a conservative because of when you start to listen for yourself, you start to read, you start to find that information. But I want to say something to you before the stupid camera does whatever it's going to do. I want to say this to you. I don't know, but I could imagine that it's a very hard breakup. But I'm going to tell you something. Anybody that was with you and did not wife you, does not appreciate you, and doesn't deserve you.
exactly.
You are to be cherished. You are to be captured. You understand what I'm saying? It is imperative that you understand that. I don't want you to move forward in this situation beating up on yourself, thinking you should have done something better. I don't want you to sit up there thinking, oh, well, I should have just stayed with him. I'm getting older. I also don't want you to say, oh, well, I wasted my life. You didn't waste anything. What you did was you learned through this experience, right? You became a better person. You are now a better person, and you know what is good for you and what is not good for you. You understand what I'm saying? So don't let this situation make you question who you are. You are who you are now because of what you have gone through, not necessarily in spite of, but because of. So don't, you're going to cry, you're going to be sad, but don't be sad and cry for too long, because you have to remember who you are and have to remember your value. And the sooner you remember that, the sooner you will begin to heal, and heal much more rapidly. You understand? Don't turn bitter. Yeah. Don't be regretful. Don't be resentful. All those things. You're going to have those moments, but don't let that sit in your spirit for too long. You understand? Cuss him out. Call his mama a dog. Whatever you got to do. Get over it, and then get back to center, because you are the prize. And if he didn't recognize that, shame on him. But you're still the prize. And 13 years is just a blink of an eye in universal time. So you can do a lot of things. Just because you spent 13 years with him means absolutely nothing. You just 13 years richer, 13 years more pretty, 13 years more mature, 13 years more wiser, 13 years more sexy, 13 years of knowing what you do and do not want, 13 years closer to your victory, 13 years closer to your money, 13 years closer to the person that really is going to fall in love with you, 13 years closer to loving yourself. Don't you let nobody make you think that you wasted your time. You ain't waste shit. So don't be regretful and don't be resentful. You love yourself 13 years harder than you did when you met him the first time. You hear me what I'm telling you?
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Have you been to my house? Have you been to my house?
I don't think so. Where you live at? I don't think so. But I'm trying to help you. Okay? Don't you let nobody turn you around now. See, that's what happens is we got people telling us, oh, well, you this age and don't nobody want you. That's a lie. It's a bullshit lie. Because everybody know that once a woman gets past the age of 40, that's when she is the most sexiest. Because that's when you become a woman. That's when you become
And
a
you know
woman.
yourself.
Any other time you was just a lady. Before that, you was a girl. Before that, you was a chick. Now you are a woman, and you understand what you want and what you don't want. You know your body, you know yourself, you know your mind, you know what you went through, you know what you're willing to negotiate, you know what you're not willing to negotiate, you know what is important to you, you know what you need, you know you have to go to the park once a week, you know you have to put your feet in the water once a week, you know you have to have private time once a week, you know you have to take your bath, you know you have to get massages. These are things that you know. You didn't know that when you were in your 20s. You didn't understand that when you were in your 30s. So when you get a little bit older, you become more refined. And when you become more refined, that's when you a bad son of a something. I'm telling you. Tell me, I'm telling you, you become really, that's when you become a diamond. That's when you become a jewel. When you actually have understood who you are. And sometimes you have to go through a little something. That's all right. You go through it, you come out smelling like a rose. And then you have better appreciation of your time, better appreciation of who you are, because now you done been through something. You say, oh no, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that again. I can see it a mile away. I can smell it. I'm not doing that again. So next time you get into something, it's going to be much more enjoyable because now it's going to be on your terms. It's not going to be in a level of desperation. It's not going to be because y'all have kids together. It's not going to be because you have kids and he's willing to take care of your kids and all that other kind of crap that people bring up. And I don't want to struggle. I don't want to be alone. Now it's going to be because I want to be with you.
Exactly. Oh my God.
I have a desire to be with you and you have a desire to be with me and we're going to do this thing together.
Together. Exactly.
It ain't gonna
What I want. That's what I want.
and that's exactly what you deserve. And you don't take nothing less. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I called.
I'm glad you called too. I'm glad you called too.
Oh.
Because this is exactly what we're talking about. We ain't here to be playing games with these people.
Not at all. Not
Not at all. I'm sick of playing games. I've been playing games for a minute, and I'm ready to buckle down and just if it's in there, if it's in the universe for me to have somebody that's like, and you know what, I'm good with being alone.
Well, of course
for a
it's in the
while.
universe.
I think I need to get in contact with myself.
Yeah. Of course it's in the universe for you to have love and be loved. And that's not the question. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
That's none of that. What you're dealing with is you need to, like you just said, take some time for yourself, get to know yourself, regroup, because you don't want to be bagging lady. You don't want to bring that shit in. So make sure you clean up all that stuff. If you need to go to a little counseling, get a little counseling, something like that. Then you come back into the dating pool fresh and clean. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then you don't have to be
That's
worried
right.
about, so when you talk about your ex or whatever, it's not full of venom. It's just, okay, well,
Right.
I did something. I did it for a long time. I'm glad to know that I can be in a committed relationship for a long time. I can hold a man down if I want to, so forth and so on. You talk about it like that, you see. And then you move on.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
All right, well, keep me updated with everything you got going on. You sound beautiful, so just keep going. Shit. That's what I say.
I will, and I will be calling you back. I love you, Megan.
Okay.
You are just a godsend to this world.
I love you too. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get this
All
other
right.
call. Okay, bye. Y'all, I'm so sorry about this camera, but whatever. I mean, we're dealing with it together. Okay, so we're fixing it. I mean, we're not gonna fix it right now, but whatever. 7677, you're on the line.
Hey, my girl, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
I'm not doing too bad. I'm definitely fighting my government right now.
Lord have mercy.
Well, I don't know if you know what the Guardian program is.
No, what's that? What's the Guardian program?
It's actually Florida law that makes every school in Florida mandatory participation, where they arm the teachers, they arm the staff, they go through active shooter training.
Wait a minute, they doing that now?
Yes, it's been going for, I think, 5 years now. It's passed in legislation in Florida. It's mandatory.
Oh, good.
Every school has to be involved in that in Florida.
Good.
So I'm questioning why
all schools are not involved in this.
Well, you already know the answer to that.
Yeah, and I'm in shithole California, but you know, I'm going at Newsom. This is ridiculous. We are the biggest gang violent city other than New York City and
In Chicago. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well,
we
the
have
answer
gangs everywhere.
the answer to your question, the reason why it's not happening is because nobody really cares about the children.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's
exactly
easy.
what I told Newsom.
Yeah, that
I said, you guys don't give a crap about our kids because
No.
your kids go to private school. There's one way in, one way out, and there are armed guards. Now, if someone went up into that school, you would be doing everything in your power to ensure that that never happened again. But because it's common folk problem,
well, but not
and
only
not
is it
government problem,
not only is it common folk problem, it is being used to incite emotion. So it's not just a problem. They don't want, listen, they don't want to fix problems because problems keep them employed. So they need a little problem. Man, can you try to figure out? They need a little problem here and there. They need a little
yeah,
problem.
well, we don't need those kind of problems. I mean, I found out today that it was a total of 72 minutes before the police actually killed him.
Well, I'm hearing all kind of different reports on that. Reports on that. So I'm not really sure what is going on.
I watch a guy that has a YouTube program. He's ex-CIA, he's ex-military, ex-special forces, and an ex-police officer, also SWAT. And he lives in Texas, where
Oh,
it
and
is
that's
an
what
open
he
carry
said.
state. You can carry a long rifle on your back, and it's completely legal.
Oh, really?
But he's watching all of this closely and getting firsthand information from the officers that were actually on site at the time, saying, yeah, we waited outside for 72 minutes before we were allowed to engage him. And kids were calling in ABC.
But see, that's why I say stuff like PSYOP. Because in what reason, in what world, what realm, what planet, what universe and galaxy would you wait that long while there's some shooting going on? Is something wrong? Something.
Well, the timeline put 6 officers in the hallway at the door 3 minutes into the shooting.
Well, somebody says here, somebody even said on the chat that 2 officers tried to go in and got shot. So something is wrong. But I will say this now, because this is very important. You know, this is a very small town. So they may not have had the proper training. I don't think they had a SWAT team. You know, so I don't think they had the proper training to deal with something like this. However, that being said, it's still, they did?
The commander had all his people had to go through active duty training 2 years in a row prior to the shooting.
Active duty training or SWAT training? I thought
second year of active shooter training.
Well, see, I don't understand then. I don't understand. Somebody said, where do I go when the camera goes black? I go around to the back of the camera and reset it and come back in front of the camera. So yeah, but yeah, I think that if parents are not outraged and I mean completely and totally outraged by this situation that keeps going on and demanding armed security at the public schools where you pay taxes and everything else, then parents are just crazy. You crazy. You're nuts.
Yeah.
If you're not saying demanding some kind of something be done. You nuts. Because if you want to sit up here and keep talking about gun laws, you want to sit up here and keep talking about gun laws, that ain't the answer.
Meeting on Tuesday.
I got escorted out of the school board meeting on Tuesday
They kicked you out of the
because
meeting.
I raised all kinds of hell.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. They kicked you out
I
of the school
showed
meeting.
up in my wheelchair because I can't ride my bike right now. So I showed up in my power chair and I was raising all kinds of hell as to why our schools are not hardened, why they are just sticking around and not doing anything. And because of the choice words that came out of my mouth.
Was you over
they
there
were
cussing?
giving me like,
Was you over there cussing them people out?
Well, they were looking at me like I was like growing two heads or something right in front of them. They're looking at me all kinds of crazy.
Because you was over there cussing. Because you was over there cussing their ass out. I know you were cussing them out. I know you were. Because you crazy.
Yeah, I got tomorrow is city council meeting. That's at the police station.
Oh, please don't get arrested. Now, wait a minute. Now, wait. Do not get arrested. Now, I'm trying to help you. Do not get arrested. Please don't go over there to that police department and start acting up. Don't act up.
I'm going over there to bring forth this problem because the mayor of
But
our
don't
county
get
has
arrested. I don't mind you going over there raising hell. Just don't get arrested.
they can arrest me.
No,
because
they can arrest.
freedom-
Look at what happened on January 6th. What you talking about? They can arrest you for whatever the hell they want. They can arrest you
Yeah,
now.
but I'm a firm believer that we need to harden these schools. As it is, my grandkids' school, there's a 4-foot fence that even my broken ass can slide over and give access to the whole elementary.
Yeah,
So
they need to fix
not
that.
exactly thrilled about this situation. I brought this to their attention at the school board meeting, which was another reason, because it got a little bit of the parents upset because they're like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah,
Because they
that's
took
nuts.
offense to it.
Listen, I'm gonna hang up with you and make this announcement that I have because my camera keeps acting up. And then we're going to and then I'm gonna tell y'all what we're gonna do next. Okay, I love you. Thank you. Okay,
Love you
bye.
too.
Okay, listen, you guys, my camera is acting stupid and I don't feel like keep getting up. So so listen, here's the announcement. We are going to do Petty Tuesdays every Tuesday, right? So Petty Tuesdays every Tuesday. And on Petty Tuesday, we're going to do the call-in show as well. So it's going to be combined. So I'm going to combine the call-in show and Petty Tuesday together. Does that make sense? So Petty Tuesday and the call-in show is going to be together on Tuesday. And the reason why that is because I have become extremely busy. I am taking more clients. So if you guys want to get on my schedule, I strongly suggest you do that now. Go to MeganMcGlover.com. Let me put that in the thing here. Hopefully it will stay up. MeganMcGlover.com to book your sessions with me. And I am, we now have the dates for the women's retreat. It will be in October. It is going to be a phenomenal event. So that is what I am working on. So it's hold on, y'all. It's too complicated to try to do to split my time in so many different places. I'm coming right back. It's hard for me to split my time in so many different places. I think it has something to do with the battery. So we're going to combine Petty Tuesday and Talk Thursday. That's all I'm telling you. We're going to combine Petty Tuesdays and Talk Thursdays on Petty Tuesday. So everything will be on Petty Tuesday. We will be calling in and we will be talking on Petty Tuesday. Calling in and talking on Petty Tuesday. So it won't be Thursday. It'll be Tuesday, everything Tuesday. You will very soon have the information for your ability to book for the women's retreat. It is going to be phenomenal. I'm not going to tell you everything about it just yet. But there are very limited slots. So just get yourself ready. This has been incredible. You guys know this camera is that I absolutely love. My brother bought me this camera, but I pushed the button or something has happened. I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. I love you so much. The Women's Retreat is in October. That's all I'm going to tell you for right now, because that's all I'm going to tell you for right now. The other thing I'm gonna tell you, even though the camera ain't working right now, the other thing I'm gonna tell you is thank you for all my birthday wishes. I love you guys so much. I know you guys. Oh, there I am. Baby, you got to turn this right here to focus it. Turn this one. Turn it. Turn it. Go the other way.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
keep going. No, go some more. Right there. That's good. Daddy fixed it. Yay! Did you call brother?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He's not gonna be able to tell me over the phone. He has to walk you through it tomorrow.
Right, of course. Because it's some fancy smancy schmook. He just said keep turning it on and off.
No, he just said, make sure the USB is plugged in.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
He says maybe you need to make sure you have a full charged battery, like at the beginning.
Well, it was been charging this whole time.
Yo no sé, mama.
Don't say yo no sé, mama. Mi amor. Hey, español. Okay. Oh, anyways, I'm still online. Love y'all. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. I can't wait for you guys to see the video of the event and everything. It just an incredible time. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry the camera was going on and off or whatever. But remember Petty Tuesday. When is Petty Tuesday? On Tuesday. It will be petty. And I will be taking calls on Petty Tuesday. Love you guys so much. Please be good to yourself. And like George said, take time to separate from the machine. Go outside, walk around barefoot, put your feet in some water, do your meditations, do your journals, eat something good. Just relax your mind because you're going to need the strength. Oh, somebody put something in Spanish. Solo sé que esa cámara está en candela. Only something the camera is in candela. What the hell does that mean? Left Chicago at 17. Okay, I got to go because this thing about to cut off. Okay, bye, you guys.